Yay, we're recording. It's the 30th, the last day of the month of September. We are rolling into October, full speed ahead. And just to give you guys a little recap of October, October is going to be a big month. And we know that because corporate has dropped some hints about a little product that has to do with detoxing. And I think we have all been waiting for that one for a hot minute. I know I have. And so we know that is coming this month. I am so excited. So be ready, be on high alert because a new product is coming out, and we have a lot of people that love detoxes like that. So those are huge, 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 huge. So I'm excited. And we also know that some other things are going to be announced as well while we're in Vegas. So, and we also have Vegas this month. Let us know in the chat if you are coming to Vegas on our team. Super excited for that. And that's going to lead us into November. And Jason also said that we have some other products that we're going to be releasing before the end of the year. So what I love about the company, I mean, what I love about Le-Vel is they don't just do things one time a year, or twice a year. They literally always keep us on our toes, and they've got things coming out all the time, new things to help us, grow our teams, promote to our customers, different promos. We really don't have a lack of, we don't have a still moment here where we're kind of trying to figure out what to do next. They're constantly throwing us bones, and all we have to do is go out there and share it with other people. And I'm excited because we know this is going to be a big month. And we also have Destination to 40K that is launching. I just want to say something for those people that are on here that are in that group. If you have not been added yet, do not freak out. We're not starting tomorrow. We're starting October 2nd. Okay. It takes a really long time to get 600 plus people inside of a group and sending each one a message with the link. So please be patient. If you did not get it yet, that is not normal. We're about halfway through. So it's very possible that you did not get your link yet. That link is either going to be sent from myself, Amanda Arnett, or Ashley Mosley. And here's the thing, guys. If you're not friends with us, but we're the ones that sent you the invitation, it could be going to your others folder. And sometimes people can't access that correctly from their phone or whatever reason. So just, the best way to check is go find your name if you want to. If you're like, where is it? And if you have a like under your name, under the contract that you signed, where you put your name, if I liked it, Ashley liked it, or Amanda liked it, it means we have sent you the link. And whoever liked it, that's the person it came from. So if you're having trouble finding it, just click on us, go to our Facebook page, click on message. And then as soon as you go to message up, the message we sent you should pop up. Hope that made sense. But yes, so if you did not get one yet, please don't think, oh my God, I've been left out. Don't think that we forgot about you. Absolutely not. I don't know if you guys know this about Facebook, but when you send too many messages that are copy and paste, Facebook thinks you're a spammer. So I got blocked. So then Ashley, after I sent out like 200, Ashley had to take over, and so did Amanda. They're probably going to get blocked soon. So tonight at midnight, when it rolls over, I should be able to start requesting more people again. So I just wanted to keep everybody in the loop so you didn't think you're forgotten about. And then when we are done, when we know we've added every person that signed that contract, I will make a post on the Dream Team 2021 page saying we have added everyone. And if that time you are saying you still have not received something, let me know. And we'll get it figured out. Don't worry, you will not be left out if you sign that contract before the deadline. So with that said, super excited about that. Those of you that are involved in that, you're going to have a lot of work on your hands. Obviously, it's a month where probably one of the best months ever to do this, because we're launching a new product and we're going to be able to help you navigate through that and promote that. So it's going to be pretty cool. I'm excited. With that said, I also want to share with you another challenge for those of you guys that didn't want to take on something as huge and the commitment of the 40K Destination to 40K contest group. our upline, Maria Dillard, she is putting on a last 90 days push. She does this every year, and it's easier, it's simpler, it's pretty much, you know, the basics of that person that just wants to get consistent before the end of the year. I'm going to put that link in the Dream Team page when I get off the call tonight. So those of you that, even if you're in the 2021 page, you're welcome to sign up for her thing too. I mean, you might be doing the work already, so you could be in the last 90-day push if you wanted. But for those of you that did not do the destination to 40K because you thought it was too much, I highly suggest you do this last 90-day push, because honestly, why not? It's going to be something simple, easy, no matter what your schedule is. It's for anybody. And it's not like some kind of crazy challenge that, you're responsible for anything. So I definitely highly suggest that. And I'll get the link in the Dream Team page as soon as we get off here tonight. So watch for that. And I think it's a great alternative for those people that were like, that's too much for me. My life's just not in a great place right now where I want to commit to that. You will easily be able to commit to her last 90 days. So with that said, I'm excited that that's there because now it's giving everybody an opportunity to be involved in something just to keep them consistent and on track. So with that said, I kind of want to go over tonight a little bit about what you guys can expect from your leadership over the next 3 months, because ultimately our goal as leaders over the next 3 months is to get our teams back on track and ready for, and not just on track. Many of you have never gotten off the track. Many of you always stayed on track. You show up every day, you work your businesses. But let's be honest and real, COVID hit us hard. And a lot of people have checked out of their businesses for one reason or another. The world's been crazy the last 2 years. And at the end of the day, I have no doubt that 2022 is going to be a game-changing year for our team and Lavelle. It's going to be a big, big year. They're going to go into their 10th year, and I have a feeling it's going to be set up to help every single person see the success that they want to see. We just have to be ready for that. So over the next 3 months, what has happened is we have come together on this team, from me under all the leaders that are 40K and above, have come together, and we are saying, okay, we want to get everybody back together. We want to create community and family, and we want to make sure that everybody's in the right headspace, that everybody knows what's happening on the team, where to go, and not be confused, right? Because when we sign up a new person, we don't want people like, okay, I was just put in 12 team pages, 4 chats, and now they tell me there's 5 Zoom calls tonight. Where do I go? What do I do? This is too much. Maybe I'll just quit. It's a lot, guys. So at the end of the day, we've decided as leaders, you know what, there's a lot of noise on the team, right? And a lot of things happening that we want to streamline it. We want to all come together as leaders and start making things easier for you all. Not just you guys, but new people coming in. That's the most important thing, because once we start reinventing the wheel, and once we start, doing things that we don't need to do because they already exist, it just creates busy work. And we want to start showing up again as leaders, because we're just as guilty as many of you guys that have checked out. Sometimes the speed of the leader is the speed of the pack. Not sometimes, all the time. And when you see your leader kind of not showing up every day, then you kind of stop showing up every day, and your people then stop showing up every day. And if we want everybody to be in the best position to grow in 2022, then we've got to get our acts together now. So I just want to let you guys know kind of what to expect over the next 3 months. And rather quickly, you're going to start to see a huge shift in our Zooms, our live events. You're going to start to see a lot of Zooms go away and just streamlining to certain Zooms. What we're trying to do as leaders is make sure that you know that there's only 1 or 2 Zooms a week that we're going to come together as a team, all of us, as many as possible. I mean, look at tonight. I'm already so excited because we've been getting 50 to 100 on this Zoom, and already just getting together and connected with the leaders, we're already seeing such a huge change. We've got almost 160 people on right now. That to me shows that what we're doing is already working. So it's exciting. But these numbers are going to continue to grow, because as we start to consolidate our efforts, instead of, confusing everybody on how many Zooms they need to be on a week, we're going to condense it down so you guys know, okay, this is the night that we as a team all get together. This is the Zoom that I should be on every week. This is the live event on Facebook that I can send my prospects to every week. My customers and promoters that want to hear about the business and the products. This is the Zoom that I can send people to that don't have Facebook. Like, we're gonna make sure that, and then this is a training. So there's gonna be like a team Zoom and then an advanced training Zoom that we've been talking about, where those that have kind of, been in the company, they've been through the basics, they want to work on things like digging into social media, and learning tips and tricks of how to make pictures look better, and how to make a reel, and how to hashtags and all that. So there's some exciting things coming, but what I want you guys to know is there is a way you can help. There's a way each one of you can help, and it's going to take a village, in order to all come together, streamline everything, and make it as easy as possible for everyone else. We all have to work together, not just people that are 40Ks, 80Ks, and 200s, but every single one of you, because at the end of the day, there are a lot of 4Ks, 12Ks, 40Ks, 80Ks that have team pages, and those team pages aren't very active. And there's no use in us shoving somebody in a team page that's not active. So there is a way you can help. And so I wanted to talk about that tonight, because I want you guys to know how I think the direction that you could take this in is going to be so much better for you and your team, and it's going to grow your team. I was explaining to our leadership that perception is reality, right? And so excitement breeds excitement. Excitement creates excitement. So when you get, 300-400 people on a Zoom, people want to show up. They want to be a part of that. They go, okay, that's exciting. But when you get on a Zoom with 10 people, then you feel like, okay, where is everybody? How come people are showing up, not showing up? Why is it dwindling down? So when we create all of these different chats, and when we create our own team pages, when we're not at 200K yet, when we are creating Zooms with our team, when we're at these lower levels, that actually creates the opposite, and it can backfire very easily, especially chats, because in a chat is great when everybody's on and working and excited, but a chat can be just the opposite when everyone stops working, when people start falling off and quitting and giving up, and the things that people sometimes do. And so it kind of is like a cancer, and it can start to spread down. When you stop showing up in your chat, then someone else does, and then someone else does, and then the next thing you know, it catches fire, because everybody thinks, well, if they're not working that much, then I'm not going to work that much. And if they're not doing that good, then I guess I'm probably not going to do that good. So what we want to do is encourage you guys. Everybody owns their own business here. I'm never going to be that person that tells you what you have to do. All I can do is make suggestions, because obviously I have your best interest, you guys. I want every single person on here to be the most successful they can be. I want all of you to grow as big as you can possibly grow in this business, and become amazing leaders. And my goal is to create layered leadership, where someday nobody will probably even know my name, because so many of you will be 200Ks and millionaires. And that's the goal, right? Creating so many leaders that it's insane. But before we can take those roles on, we have got to do the basics, which is grow a team, which is get to that place in the first place. So one of the things you can do is cut out any chats you have that aren't active. Okay, so it's okay to have a chat with your team and just a place to touch base. Absolutely. But if it seems to be doing more harm than good, maybe people are negative in it, I suggest that you engage in your leadership chat. If one of your leaders has a chat, add your people to that. Come together. instead of like 10 chats underneath one 200K or an 80K, how about one or two, right? That's going to create excitement all the time. People are going to see people working all the time, edifying in those chats. So one of the things you can do is get rid of chats that just aren't really that active or seem to be kind of negative a lot. That is going to do the opposite for your business. And then the other thing is, if you have a team page and you are not yet at 200K, and I will say this too, if you're a 200K, you have to evaluate, does that make sense for you to have a team page, or should we all convene together? That's totally up to you. We have some 200Ks that have really large teams that need that, and then some 200Ks that are just kind of hitting 200K and don't quite need a page yet. Sometimes that can separate things. So what I'm doing is pretty much asking anyone that is not yet a 200K, which actually in the company of Le-Vel, you are not allowed to have your own team page unless you are a 200K. It's an actual rule in Le-Vel. And it's a rule for a reason. It's not to control somebody's business or leadership or make somebody feel like they're less than. It's a rule because it creates too much chaos and too many things going on for a new person. So we are asking anybody that is not a 200K who does have a team page to combine your people, make sure they're all in your leadership page. And ultimately, I would love every single person on our team to be in Dream Team 2021, because that is where all the leaders on our team, hold on, let me move. Sorry. That's where all the leaders on our team are going to be, right? Every single leader under me, 80Ks, 40Ks, 200Ks that are all coming together right now. We're all coming together in the Dream Team 2021 page. If you're not in that page, please get in it. You can search it on Facebook and I will approve it. Get in that page, because that is where we're going to be doing some contests, and that's where you're going to know what call's happening tonight, and that's where you're going to know where to send your people for. And I'm not saying that other leaders can't share that with you, but when things start to get missed is when you're in 8,000 pages. And then we kind of are like, when we sign a new person, well, where do we add them? So my suggestion is you add them to no more than 2 pages. Your leadership's group, leader, and then Dream Team 21, where everybody comes together. Because again, numbers create excitement. And even if, some teams might not be doing so well right now, there are other teams that are on fire. And when you have everyone together, no matter how they're doing in a huge group, that's going to keep everybody motivated, growing and pushing through those times where some teams are slower than others. They're going to pull you through. So those are some ways that you definitely can help. Don't create more work. We're also really wanting you guys to make sure that you don't, if you are 12K and below, keep the main thing, you guys. I want to see your paychecks get to explosive places. I want to see you go 40K, 80K, and 200K. I want to see you be able to quit your jobs if that's what you want to do. And in order to do that, you've got to keep doing what you were doing to get there in the first place. So anything you've taken on extra, like, maybe you do a Zoom for your team and you feel like nobody's getting on it, take those people and let's veer them to our weekly team Zoom. And take out the busy work that you've created for yourself and let the leadership above you that they get paid more money to do that right now, right? Let them be the ones that take on the responsibility of doing live events, team Zooms and things like that, so that you guys are freed up from anything like that, so that you can get out there and do the basics of just adding to your team, building your business, and growing it exponentially, because that's the goal. And the biggest place I see people go wrong over the last 12 years, it's the same thing. History repeats itself. And when people slow down and start moving backwards, it's because they fall into management mode. It's because they stop doing what they did to get them to where they were in the first place. They suddenly start to build a team. They think that they should now take on different leadership roles, and really what they should be doing is the same thing they did to get there in the first place. Um, don't take, don't reinvent the wheel. Don't create a team Zoom when there's other team Zooms. You know what I mean? Don't create a team page when there's other team pages. Don't, it's not time for that yet. And I don't say this to take away anybody's power or to make somebody feel like they can't be a leader to their team. We are going to create so many avenues for you to step up and be on Zooms with us and lead on Zooms with us, and not just be on a Zoom with 10 people, but 300-400, to highlight yourself and your team and the people that are going VIP 800, 1600, brand new 4Ks and 12Ks. Our goal over the next 3 months, and then obviously into the new year, is making sure that we are getting you guys the acknowledgement you deserve. We want to be able to take you guys and highlight you for going thriving free for your first time, for getting your first customer, for, you know, for the first time ever signing a new promoter, or going VIP 800, or maybe, you know, you've been in the business 2 years and now your business is starting to roll. We want to be able to know who's doing what, highlighting those things, and then featuring you on Zooms, hearing your story and your tips, because those new people are where we need to be putting all of our time and energy. Every waking second of every waking day that we are on this earth in Lavelle, we need to be getting up, and our time and attention needs to be going towards our new people, because new people is what it's going to keep your business growing. New people are going to help you get to 40K. New people are going to help you get to 80K. New people will help you get to 200K, and beyond, and to millionaires. So I just want you guys to know that everything that we're coming together to do is for everyone. It's for everybody to start seeing huge numbers and succeed. We want to be totally focused and totally prepared once we hit 2022. So the best thing you can do for yourself, and it's not for us, for yourself, is to cut out things that you've been doing, that you've been recreating the wheel and doing things that's taking up time and energy. You know, most of the time at 12K and below, even 40K and below, people are still working their full-time jobs, right? It's not time to quit yet. You're not quite making enough money to take over your household income and all of that. You still have to go to work. And if you only have, I want you to think about it like this: if you only have maybe an hour a day to put into your business, and that hour is being spent throwing a team Zoom, or you know, chatting in a group chat, or you know, dealing with three-way messages and calls that you don't have to do, that's taken up the hour, right? And so if every day your hour is taken up either doing something that another leader on your team that's above you is doing already, or taking up time away from you growing your business, like, how can you grow? If you only have that 1 hour, maybe 2 hours a day to grow your business, how can it grow if you're not adding new people and if you're not able to focus on your personal business? It's impossible. So what we're trying to do is make it so all of you guys can get back to doing what you did before, so that you can get to 48K, 80K, and 200K. So the hour, 2 hours a day that you do have free to put into your business, all of those 2 hours are in you investing in your new people, your team, making sure that you are bringing in new people, and that you're able to build connections, build relationships, friend request new people daily, that you're able to work in the area that's going to make you money. There's only two things that make us money in network marketing. Only two, right? Zooms don't make us money. Team chats don't make you money. Team pages don't make us money. But what does make you money is adding new people and then recruiting them, building relationships, adding new, building relationships, adding new, building relationships. The only two things that are going to make you money, because those are the only two things that lead to new customers and new promoters joining your team, right? So if none of your time is being spent on that, or very little, it's easy to go, okay, this is why I've stalled out. It's easy to look in the mirror and see, okay, this is why maybe my business is not moving fast enough, or I've stunted in my growth, or I'm kind of just stuck at this level. It's really honestly why it's happening. So, at the end of the day, if you trust in us, if you trust in your leadership, we are going to be able to bring everyone together, create the family and community that we all desperately need. We're also going to be able to create a ton of edification on this team to make sure that people feel valued, appreciated, which I think is super important from a brand new promoter all the way to 200K and beyond. Everybody needs to feel that they are appreciated. And then it's also going to allow us to help you grow your businesses, right? We're going to be able to, create the excitement that we need on this team. And excitement breeds excitement, and excitement breeds growth. And we're going to fill in those pieces and streamline everything. And you guys can also expect some changes in the Dream Team page. Kaylee Krupp is going to help me get this page together, and we are going to create easy avenues. I mean, how cool is it going to be if we all had one video that every single time you sign up a new promoter, we send every single person the same video, super short and sweet, that helps them sign up their first 4 customers and first 4 promoters. Not going to find one, which one should it be? How many videos should they watch? One that's going to tell them exactly what they need to do to get started. Like, that'll be awesome, right? How cool is it going to be to have resources in literally right in the team page that are going to help people with post. Don't know what to post. There's so many things. I'm super excited about it. But at the end of the day, that's why we need to bring everybody together. So if you're not in the Dream Team page, get in there. If your people aren't in there, get in there. If you want to help us again, get rid of all of this stuff that is just not necessary, because the only way to come together is to cut out the 50,000 things, that are bringing 5 people together, and now we can bring 50 together, 100 together, 200. That's going to help so much. So with that said, I wanted to see if actually, Kaylee, are you on? I don't even know if you're on tonight, but I wanted to ask you if you are.
Yep, I'm here.
Oh my God, you are. So maybe get everybody excited and tell them, because you know more about what we're going to do. And I know your team already knows what you're doing in yours, but will you kind of share with everybody kind of what we want to do with the team page?
Yes. So right now, I a couple months ago realized that people were just coming in and it was too much. Everything was overcomplicated, everything was getting lost. People didn't know what to tag them in. And like, if you were to search some videos on YouTube on like some leaders, channels, some of the videos are outdated. I was like, you know what? I reached out to a couple other people, and guys, that's like, do not be scared to ask people what they're doing. I am the first to be like, all right, what are you doing? You have people popping VIPs like crazy. What are you doing? How do you get people started? So I actually reached out to some Sideline Sisters, and I was just like, please tell me how you have like your page set up or how you bring people in. And I was like mind blown. So I completely made a new, like, honestly, it's more than a team page. It's more like a training page. I don't have it so people all over can just post in it. Literally only the admins can post, and it is set up with topics and guides so nothing gets lost. You know how when like you post something and then all of a sudden it's lost, you can never find it again. Pretty much every single thing is separated into topics. So like right off the bat, a new person, when you sign up day 1, right? And then say they sign somebody else day 1, they are going to get welcomed or tagged in a welcome video. There's a post that explains everything. Pretty much it says what pages they should be in, which for my group, I have that page. And then I have for them to be added into the Dream Team page. I have what YouTube channels to follow. We do a training every Saturday, so they are to follow that one. And then it literally just, it keeps it simple. All they should be knowing about is like VIPs. So there's a welcome video. They get to meet me right off the bat. They have the option to set up a welcome call. And then the second video is a VIP video. And it literally breaks everything down. And that's all they focus on. We have a topic called the first 14 days. They click on it. They have examples of posts. So in their first day, they've already watched that video. They already get an excitement post up there. And then later on, they make their first post with, or the second day, they make their first post about how, whatever, there's a bunch of examples. They already have story examples to talk about the business and the products in case they don't have their products yet. So it literally just simplifies everything. Nothing gets lost, and everybody is being brought in the same duplicatable system. So that's really been working for us, and we've gotten a lot of feedback from our team. That was one thing that we were lacking, was just coming in and everyone being able to do the same thing, not everyone getting lost. And we made our own videos because we got thinking and we were like, you know what? We have enough layered leadership that why don't we just create our own? So we actually also created a potential video to take like the stress off of people. And we send potentials, like now when they come in, they have a potential video they can send out to their people. So we just really simplified everything and made it more into like a training page. Sorry, I'm not showing my face. I'm actually packing because I leave for Texas in the morning.
No, you're good. Yay. Texas, I'm here right now. Let me tell you what, it's raining. But okay, you're getting everybody excited. You're getting me excited because I can't wait to have just these simplified, streamlined, like a page where people know exactly what to go, what to look at, and not like 50 videos to watch. Like, yeah, I'm loving all of it. So you guys, I know, I wish I could wake up tomorrow and it could be that way too. But Kaylee's going to Texas and I'm at a retreat. So, but we're gonna get this done. I swear to you. It'll all get together. And I also, who else is on? Twin, I know you're on. So the other day we had a 2-hour, you guys, Zoom with our 40Ks and above. And like it was 2 hours long, but we really got through a lot of good stuff. Like, this is where we need to come together. This is the things we need to do. This is how we're going to get everybody moving forward and set for 2022 and, you know, everything. So it's not so much chaos. Cause I know how scared I would be if I was a brand new person and somebody signed me up. I'd be like, okay, first of all, what do I do? Where do I go? What Zoom is this? Should I get on this one or this one or that one? Should I do this or that or that? Like, it would be hectic. And it makes a lot of people quit, because one of the biggest reasons why people don't join a business like this is because they don't think they have the time. So the second they come in and everything seems really crazy and so much going on, they immediately think, I was right. I am not going to have time for this. And so many people just don't even get started. So if we make it as simple as, you know, look, you know, Thursday night is the only Zoom. Now, of course, your other leaders may have a Zoom, but we're going to promote team wide, like one particular Zoom every week that everybody gets on, or two. And then we'll promote a live event that's happening. And actually, Twin already does a, hey, Twin, are you on?
Yes, I am. I'm also packing as well. Tomorrow too.
We're all packing. See? That's what we're all doing. We're literally traveling the country to meet you guys, all of us. So make sure you guys are showing up wherever we are. Figure it out. But I just wanted to ask you, like, tell everybody a little bit about your opportunity Zoom, because we are talking about how we're going to link that to like Facebook too. We're trying to figure it out right now, but just a little bit about anybody can be invited.
Yeah, so I posted on my, like, we've been doing them every single Tuesday for the last, I don't know, it has to be like 3 years or something, right? But the reason why I started doing the Zoom ones was because most of my network was, most of my peeps were on Instagram. So we could not figure like every potential that we were trying to send on the Facebook Live one, like they just didn't understand it. Like they couldn't understand the events thing. And I came into this mindset where, you know, I mean, everyone is on Facebook, yes, like all the Thrive community and training, because Facebook just gives you and allows you so many ways to get connected and learn and go into one team page, whereas Instagram didn't have that, right? So when I started, I was really much in the mindset of like, no one's doing Facebook anymore. We're all on Instagram now, which I was right with my own network, right? No one knew how to use Facebook anymore. But- am I cutting out? Sorry. Can you hear me? Hello?
Yeah, you're good. You're there. It's not, I had to mute somebody else out. Go ahead.
Oh, okay, sorry. And then, but then I was the first one, I guess, because I was the first one that joined in my network to really dive into like all the resources that was on Facebook. And it was so hard to get people that I was signing on to get onto that Facebook. But now our team knows like a lot of the training and stuff is like plugged in there. But then I started doing the Zooms because I wanted to offer people an opportunity call where it was just a click of a button. They can hop on Zoom, they can, you know, listen in their car, whatever. And that I didn't have to explain the whole, oh, this is a live event, make sure you guys are joining this and that. So that was complicated. Like my mind is like, I just need something really simple. So we've been doing that every single Tuesday at 5:30 Pacific, where I have a guest, I have a co-host just to break down kind of like so, you know, I'm not talking the whole time and it gets kind of boring, right, if just one person speaks. So I have a guest that shares their Thrive experience story for like 5 to 7 minutes, and then I go into the company details and then the company compensation plan. So I try to make it really exciting and really like relatable, where someone can look at me and be like, oh yeah, she's cool, like I wouldn't mind joining that, right? Oh, sorry. Hey, are you outside? Yeah. Okay, hold on. So I try to make it exciting. So we've been doing that for 3.5 years, and everyone that like hops on, they get excited afterwards. So I mean, it does work, and I post it on my Instagram all the time. It's just, you guys just have to message me and be like, hey, what's the link, right? So yeah, I won't be doing that while I'm traveling, but we will have that back on again as soon as I come back, and that is every Tuesday. Everyone's welcome to join, and everyone's welcome to be a guest if they want, because, you know, I'm always looking for guests to share their story. And this is a great thing to do too, because when you volunteer or you get your new people to come share their story, you kind of throw them in the fire, right? Because I didn't actually talk on Zoom for the first, I guess, like over 6 to 7 months of my business, because I didn't know what Zoom was. I didn't know what I was supposed to say. I didn't know. There was no one telling me, hey, say this, say that, or just share your story, this and that, right? So now with the new people, I find if I get them to volunteer to share their story right away, they kind of get more used to it, and they kind of feel more comfortable, and it kind of speeds up the whole process of like stepping out of your comfort zone and all that stuff, right? So that's why I love interviewing the new people, and then I make it easy for them too, right? Because whoever the host is, if you can make it easy, ask them the right questions, and just converse with them during the call, it's a lot easier. And after the call, they're always like, oh my God, you made it a lot easier, like that was actually really fun. And then they keep doing it afterwards, right? So that's on every Tuesday after I get back. So we're gonna have that link for you, and it's gonna be the same link that you guys can invite your people on.
Yay. I'm excited. And it's going to be such a good way for us to highlight people that are newer too. Like, you guys, that's so huge for your new people to be highlighted like that. Like, you know, and for them to invite people like, oh my gosh, you know, will you show up? I'm going to be on this Zoom tonight. My team is highlighting me. Like, it's a big deal for people. And it's also cool because now we have like a weekly for the most part. And once, I mean, obviously, you know, once we kind of like figure out our schedule on everything, we'll kind of know. And we're hoping we can do this on a Zoom at the same time as Facebook. So what that will look like is, yes, it'll be live on Facebook for those people that love to plug into Facebook that way and send their prospects to Facebook Lives. But it will also have a way for people that don't have Facebook, because like Twin, she wasn't even on Facebook when she started this business. Like she literally, I remember her not wanting to create a Facebook. She's like, I don't need to, I'm not going to create a Facebook. And because that's what she knew was Instagram. That's her network. And more people aren't using Facebook. So Zoom is a way that now people can tune in that don't have Facebook. You know, now it's going to be basically broadcast both ways. So your prospects can come in either on the Zoom or they can watch it on the Facebook, whatever is easier for that prospect. And then that's a consistent way for your team to be able to go, okay, what prospects am I talking to this week? Who am I building connections with? Who's asked me about the business? Okay, I'm going to send them to Tuesday Zoom. I'm going to make sure they're on Tuesday Live so they can, you know, watch, hear about the company, hear some stories from the promoters that are making it happen right now, a little bit about the product. And it's super simple. You know, it's not something that's 5 hours long. It's to the point. And if you guys know Twin, she's exciting. Like she's going to make it exciting. So, and I'm sure like if she has something to do, we'll be able to figure out how other people on her team or our team or whatever will step in to that role. But I'm excited, like totally excited. So how this will work is once we get, okay, these are our dates down. Okay, these are the Zooms we want you guys to, you know, get everybody to, you know, not 50, but one, right? Not, and here's the thing that I'm excited about. When we first started, you guys, and we did Facebook Live events, there would be 2,000 people on that live event. And any prospect that was sent to that event was like, what is going on? What are all these people excited about? This many people on a live event? Holy crap. Like whatever this stuff is, I want it. And because everybody was commenting and talking about how Thrive was changing their life, everybody that you sent to that Zoom wanted to sign up. They were like, oh my gosh, I got to sign. Tell me where to sign. Well, then when everybody started separating and doing their own, what ended up happening is now there was people doing Zoom, you know, a Facebook Live event with 50 people or 10 people, or sometimes not that many at all. And when there's that not excitement there, right? Perception does create reality. So when that excitement wasn't there, then it slowed everything down. You know, people weren't signing like they had been in the past. So coming together again and creating Zooms and Facebook Lives that are going to have lots of people on being excited, it will create that FOMO, that fear of missing out effect again, which is super exciting. And I think that there's no better time to get all these in order than before the new year, because we all know if you guys have been with this business and you have been with us during a busy season, January, February, March, April, May, the busiest time to grow in our business, you know that something like that's going to be so valuable, because as you're talking to people, being able to go, okay, here's a way to get third-party credibility. I'm talking to my prospect, and yes, they're hearing my story, but they may not relate with that story. But guess what? You throw that prospect on a Zoom or a live event with, you know, it's 1,000 other thrivers sharing their stories in the comments and hearing these people's stories live. That is validation, you guys. That's third party validation. That's fifth party validation. That's 10th party validation. That is now other people going, it's not just you saying it. Look at all these other people that think Thrive is amazing. Look at all these other people joining. Look at what it's done for all these other people's lives. So it's going to really, it's going to be something that definitely is going to be huge. And I always say, think about it this way. If you're scrolling through Facebook and you're just scrolling and all of a sudden you see one of your friends is live, if 5 people are watching, we see how many, oh, five viewers. We just scroll right past. We're like, whatever. But if you scroll in and you see somebody has 300-400 people watching them, y'all know, you're like, turn the volume on. What are they talking about? Like, I need to click on that video because the 300 people are watching. They must be saying something good. I need to know more about that. So it definitely, we're all human beings. That's how we're wired. Human beings are wired to want to be part of what everyone else is part of. They're wired to want to know what's going on. They're nosy creatures. And if everybody wants something, they want it too, right? So that's the way that our team was the first 2 years of building. And then as people started to separate and do their own things, it kind of, now we're splitting numbers, if that makes sense. Kaylee said it best. I love how she said it, but she was like, you're literally, let's say we have a Zoom on Thursday night and that Zoom now gets 500 people. Let's say now one person from that Zoom goes, you know what, I'm going to do my own Zoom at that time. I want to be my own leader and do my own Zoom at that time. Now people are like, well, wait, which one do I go to? Do I go to the first one or the second one? And then somebody else goes, well, you know what? I'm going to create a Zoom an hour before that. And then they create a Zoom. And then now it's split up between which one do I get on? The first one, the second one, or the third one. And so what's happening is now one Zoom that was getting 500 people, creating excitement, urgency, everybody was on fire. Now it's 10 get on this one. Some don't get on any because they're overwhelmed. 20 get on this one, 30 on this one, when we could all just be coming together, not creating that chaos, and pushing people away just simply because they're 100% confused on what to do. So it like I said, this isn't just us. It's going to take a village, because, and I'm the first to say, I blame myself, because everything's learning. I'm constantly learning. In 12 years, I see what works, what doesn't. When something's not working, I want to try something new. And I remember telling people, are you a 12K? Why aren't you doing a Zoom with your team? How come you don't have a chat? Step up and be a leader. And what I've realized is that myself, along with the other leaders, we were, yes, trying to create layered leadership, but we were doing it the wrong way. And in turn, what happened is a bunch of people feeling kind of defeated, because when you have a 12K start a Zoom that once had, 13, 14 people that would get on it, and now only 5 get on, they feel like a failure. They feel like, wait, is my business not growing? What's happening? How come things aren't as good? Do I keep doing this? Like, they feel like they failed, and that's just not the case at all. Not at all. So we are going to streamline all this. Don't worry. A lot of you have said, where do I find this stuff? You are going to know as it happens, as long as you're in the Dream Team 2021 Takeover Group, because we're going to let you know, and we're going to have a schedule, and you're going to know when those Zoom dates are. And it's going to take so much pressure off of you guys, because now you can go, oh my gosh, I'm going to have so much free time to grow my business again. And not only that, but have places to send my team where I know they're going to learn from amazing leadership and different leadership, because not everybody's going to connect with you. That's the thing about people. We're all different, right? And some people like other leadership better than other leadership. There's some people that just connect to Chastity so much better than me, and vice versa. Some people like me better than her, the way I may say something or teach it. And just as Twin has a different way of doing something than I might do it, or Kaylee or Amanda, or I mean, we all have these different ways. And you guys, to get all of us every week leaders on that, you're going, okay, I heard my leader say that, but somehow when she just said it rang differently, or she said it in a way that made sense to me. And we are going to start keeping the main thing. So we're going to really start focusing on what Jason said and Paul says, and what we've known all along and somehow strayed away from, is that we have to put the training on new people. Everything needs to be focused on new people. New people are what are going to grow all of our businesses. We have got to make sure we're on the edification of new people, recognition of new people, making sure that people feel valued, and more than anything, you guys, making sure people feel a part of a team and a part of a community, because people will join a business for money, but they stay because of the community. There's a lot of network marketing companies out there. Yes, is Lavelle the best? I believe 1000%. When mixing the best product out there, people feel something. 9 out of 10 people feel something the first week they take it. Mixed with the comp plan that is just undeniably, ridiculously the best I've seen. But are there other options? Sure, there's other options. Absolutely. And if you don't think that the people that just joined you last week could quit and go find another company to be successful at, they absolutely could if they wanted to. Why are they going to stay here, and why are they going to stay with you? The community, the people. making people feel appreciated and a part of something. Write down from that person that's on this Zoom right now that just wants to be part of something. Maybe you just want to thrive for free. You need to feel appreciated too. Just like that person that's maybe can only work it 1 day a week and they're going to climb the ladder super slow, and that's okay. Like everybody, whether you are just thriving free, you've just signed your first customer, or you are a signing customer and promoter machine, everyone in between, every single person on this team needs to feel that they are here for a reason, and they need to feel that they are wanted and appreciated and loved wherever they are, wherever they are. So I'm just excited. I wanted to take this time to just kind of fill you guys all in so you knew what was happening, what's going on, where are we headed. And we're headed a really good place, guys. Like those of you guys that have been with us for 5 years, October 15th is my 5th year anniversary, which means that everybody on here that's on my team, you've been in 5 years or less than 5 years. And that first 2 years, man, we were the fastest growing team in Lavelle. We haven't, I mean, it was insanity. And since then, I mean, people like Twin and Kaylee, and I mean, they've continued that run. Their teams have killed it. With that said, though, we were doing some very different things those first 2 years compared to what we're doing now. And it's very evident what we were doing back then that was working that we stopped doing, and what we need to adjust to get back to that place. And we all know where we're headed. We all know what we want to do with it. Every single leader is ready to show up. Single leader is ready to turn this thing. Any water we had sinking or putting on our ship, it's going to be gone within the next 3 months. And when 2022 hits, every single person here is going to be set up with the tools they need to succeed. Streamlined, easy, simple, not hard, and back to the basics, back to where we were before, so we can have exponential growth. That's the goal. So, all right, you guys, I hope you have a good one. I'm so excited for the next 3 months and how we're going to unroll all this out. But I'm even more excited to see what everybody's going to do in 2022, because I think that's going to be a game changer. It's going to be a game changing year. So we've got to get ready and prepared, and we have the right leadership to do it with the right team of people that are all ready to become leaders. And I'm just excited to watch it grow. I'm so excited. Okay, all you guys, destination to 12K or to 40K, don't fret if you did not get we're not starting tomorrow. We are starting the 2nd, not the 1st, the 2nd. You will be added. Be calm, be patient. We are trying our best, but at getting 600 people sent a message with the link is not an easy task. So you will get it. I promise. You will get it sometime between now and tomorrow, early afternoon. And I will put a post in the Dream Team letting you know when we're done, so that anyone who didn't get one, we can make sure no one was left behind. And that's it. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Have a good weekend. Kill it this weekend. It's a new month, y'all. A new month, and it's going to be a big one. The detox is coming out, and Vegas. Who knows what else Lavelle's going to throw our way? It's always good, but this is going to be a killer month, and I hope y'all are ready for it, because we're gonna kick some butt. We are gonna kick some butt. So have a good weekend. Love you guys. See you guys next Thursday. Same time, same place, same link. Bye, guys. Thank you.